100,000. Whoa. Whoa, I'm going to buy a house. Use that as a down payment. So if you don't know and if you don't have fear of God, it's not easy to give. That's why we must understand. So, verse 8 too, with abundant joy, Macedonian church, I already explained to you. They're poor, and they had the famine and all disasters, and then persecution from Roman government, persecution from Jewish people, but they gave it all because they loved God and they met God. Someday I can see your face in heaven. So that is our ultimate hope. In this world, Jesus said, you will have trouble. Every day we face trouble, right? No trouble. No expressions on your face. Why? Is that trouble or peace? Too much trouble, okay. That's the right answer. That's why we need somebody to help us. You know, there are so many things beyond our comprehension. What can we do? That's why we pray, right? God, help me. I have to pay my rent next month. But when I look at my check, no balance. But I know, God, I trust you. You own the bank. Wells Fargo is yours. I'm your child, so open it. So, number 3, right? No, not. This is it. Number 3, yeah. If we can give joyfully, then we should open our hearts to God and ask Him to grant us His grace. Because we don't have much, but we love God so much. And I want to help other people and poor, but I don't have money. What can we do? Students, I know you don't have any money. What can you offer? Your time and energy, passion for God. Yeah, you need to visit your neighbor and, hey guys, believe Jesus. This is my passion. Okay, the 1 King 17, the widow at Zarephath. This is the story of Elijah. God told Elijah to go to the widow. But widow had a what? Only handful of flour. But Elijah demanded, right? You make with that flour, you use that flour to make a bread and bring it to me. Then the widow said, no, I have a son. I have only a handful of flour. But she did by obedient heart. And then what happened? Every day, the jar is filled with flour and filled with an oil. See, I want you to experience that. In the way you can taste how good God is. If you don't try, you will never experience. That much I can guarantee. If you stretch out your faith and experience to be part of God's work. I don't have much, but God, I trust you. You're going to give me more and bless more to give others. That's why Jesus said, giving is more blessed than receiving. The more we give, God is going to provide us to give more. That's the God's principle. But the more we have, what are we going to do? Use it for our own pleasure, right? How can I manage this much? So instead of looking out what is going on in the world, your just mind becomes very narrow and focused only on materials. That's why you cannot see any good things in this world. In your heart, you always think about money, materials. Then who will come? Someone's going to send a messenger to you to bother you. Who would that be? Think about it. Yeah, 1 Timothy 6:7, I already told you. We came this world as a naked, and we live as a naked. Okay, next one. Doesn't work. Okay, grace giving means that God blesses the giver as well as the gift. The giver is blessings to others. So, this chapter, the Paul is talking about the principle. What is the meaning of offerings? And why you do the offerings? How should we give? What is our attitude? And then, when we do that, what will happen? Next one. He's talking about God will provide all you need. That's a verse 10. For God is the one who provides seed for the farmer and then bread to eat. In the same way, he will provide and increase your resources and then produce a great harvest of generosity in you. So the farmer is today's Christians. Farmers, the more he plants, the more he's going to harvest. Same thing. As Christians, the more we give generously, the more we're going to reap and receive. So, Genesis 22:8, God will provide himself a burnt offering. This is the story of Abraham and Isaac. Right? Jehovah Jireh in Hebrew. God is provider. Proverbs 11:24, give freely and become more wealthy. And Ephesians 3:20, God who is able accomplishes infinitely more than we might ask. Because we don't know what God is doing in our lives. But one thing for sure that I know is that God is doing abundantly. We only ask one, but God is always give us more than one. Sometimes 10. That's why we're amazed. We never even think about that, but God is giving us as a bonus. Okay? And that's the one, God will provide all you need. Number 2 is the verse 11 and 12. Receivers, number 2, will joyfully express their thanks to God. That's a verse 12. So 2 good things will result from his ministry of giving. The needs of the believers in Jerusalem will be met. They were in desperation because the famine hit that area and then everything was wiped out. That's why people in Asia Minor, just Paul, as he just went around, asked people and encouraged people to collect the money, and we need to help the home church in Jerusalem. Okay, so that's the one thing. Jerusalem will be met, the needs, and they will joyfully express their thanks to God. This is a very natural thing, right? When you offer and donate to you and